On the phone with me right now, I have Lindsey Stirling. Lindsey, thank you so much for joining me today. You're just coming off of a busy weekend at the Billboard Music Awards. You presented an award and you won one. Tell us what it was like.
I did. It was so much fun. The Billboard Awards, I look forward to it every year. You get to see some of your artist friends. You get to wear a really pretty dress. And my mom was my date to the awards. It was her first time coming to an award show. And, to get to present and to win an award, it was a really awesome weekend.
Speaking of your dress, it was gorgeous.
Oh, I loved my dress. I feel so lucky. As a child, I loved to dress up. And, I was thinking about it as I was getting ready. I was like, this is part of my childhood dream coming true right now.
So let's talk for a minute about your acceptance speech for your award, because you filmed it in kind of a unique location.
Well, they don't, show all the award presentations on the stage during the show. They told some of us beforehand so we could make little acceptance speech videos. And I happened, my manager hit me up and was like, they need it, now. And I was at a show, so I went into the bathroom and filmed a little acceptance speech. And it actually turned out quite funny.
So, Lindsey, your brand new film, Brave Enough, just came out on YouTube Red. Tell me more about it.
Oh, it was so great. I mean, it's a documentary piece and, it's tour doc. And it was really cool to release it because, I was very vulnerable. I was very honest and, open with my fans in that movie, just about the things I was going through, the emotions I was feeling, be it, feeling lost, feeling my own inadequacies, and sometimes I wasn't good enough, and it's been really cool to see how people have reacted to it. My fans have expressed, one, I think they were very surprised to hear that, someone that they look up to or they follow on social media that seems like everything's great all the time. But to see that I feel insecure and that I sometimes wonder if I'm good enough or enough. And it's been cool to see that people relate to that because everybody goes through that. I don't care how successful or how beautiful or how talented you are. Everybody sometimes feels like, feels inadequate. And insecure, that's the word I'm looking for. And so I think that it's been really cool to see how people have reacted to that. And at the same time, it's not only, deep and introspective, but I hope it's very entertaining because it's a lot of live show footage and it shows the costumes, the dancing, the lights, all of it, the music. And it's been really fun to see people who saw the tour, being excited that they got to see it from a whole new perspective of literally being on stage with us as we're performing.
I have been a huge fan of you since I originally heard Shatter Me with Lzzy Hale. So I kind of have a selfish question. What was it like working with Lzzy Hale?
Oh, I love it when people ask me, about Lizzie because she's incredible. Not only is she, I couldn't believe it when she was hitting those are high notes in that song, and she hit some full voice, and she did it first take. So not only was I just blown away by her talent, it gives me chills thinking about it, but also just the most humble, kind, nice, funny, she is, I want to be your best friend type of a person, just an incredible human, and, we still keep in touch, everyone. I love seeing Hailstorm do cool things and succeed because I feel like, my friend is out there conquering the world. So I love Lizzie to death.
That's awesome. How did you guys, originally, think to collaborate?
Well, I had actually written a song, with a specific vocal in mind. Not a vocalist, but I just wanted it to be, most EDM songs have a very sweet, ethereal voice on them. And so I was like, I want a, rocker chick with, a gritty, powerful voice. I want a powerhouse singer. And so I just kind of started searching harder bands, heavier bands, and powered by a female vocalist. And so very quickly I came across Hailstorm and, immediately reached out. And it's funny, neither of us had heard of each other prior, but we became instant fans of each other's music because we have very similar stories, and, we're both, women in the music industry who are kind of paving our own way. And so we were instant fans of each other, and it was, made it really cool when we finally got to meet. It was like, I love you, but yeah.
That's really cool. Okay, so I have some fan questions for you. The first one, they want to know what kind of training you had for violin and for dance.
All right. Well, I played violin since I was 6, and I was classically trained. I took private lessons from 6 years old through my teens. And then as far as dance, I always wanted to take dance lessons, but my parents just couldn't afford it, so I actually didn't start trying, even really training to dance until I was in my 20s. And it was all self-taught for the first couple of years. And still, I work with choreographers now, but I've never technically been trained. I've never taken dance lessons or classes, which I would like to change. I want to take some dance classes, but yeah.
Wow, you could have fooled me. I thought you had been dancing since you were like knee high because, girl, you got some skills.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, that's the goal.
If you could collaborate with anyone in the world, who would it be?
Oh, that's such a hard question. I'm going to say Hayley Williams from Paramore.
That would be an awesome collaboration. Please do that.
Okay, I'll work on it.
Lindsey, the last fan question I have for you is, what is your favorite song off of Brave Enough?
Oh, gosh. They're all my little babies. I love them all so much. I really like Lost Girls, and it's funny, my favorite song often changes depending on, how I'm feeling, but probably just because I just released the music video, so I feel very close to that song right now, but it's about being lost emotionally, that's kind of what it was written about, and, we all have things that we, issues that we fight through and leave behind, but there's always that temptation to go back to that comfort zone of, these, whatever it was that we settled in the past, and so this is about fighting against the urge to go back to our old self and, trying to stay free.
Well, that's all the questions I have for you, Lindsey. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang out with me today, and congratulations again on your Billboard win from this past weekend.
Absolutely, and thank you for talking with me, and have a wonderful day.